Hey, this is just for Constantly Calibrating along with Josh with our continuing PAX coverage 20 days after. We're going to talk about Rebel Galaxy's Outlaw today. I'm going to do this one a little different.
How are we going to do differently?
Tell you about it, but Josh, why don't you just ask me questions, man? You were interested in this game, so I want to know what you want to know.
Well, this was one of the main games.
No, I want to answer what you want to know. Sorry, that's a better way to say that.
Either way that works. Yeah, no, I was very. This was a game I was very interested in. I very badly wanted to do the appointment, but I overbooked the last day of the event for myself, and I
usually do,
as I always do. But I looked at things, and I'm like, I need a break period just to literally do nothing. I'm not even because I realized suddenly that I wasn't gonna have even time to do notes. So
to be clear, like you're even like I was like, okay, I could do Rebel Galaxy. And you're like, I really want to do Rebel Galaxy. It's like, don't worry, we're doing Rebel Galaxy for you. Like, yeah, fine.
And my favorite part about that is you didn't even do it at the proper appointment time. You ended up going early to it anyways.
Yeah, I just walked over to it like, yo, dude, we got an appointment. Can you fit us in now? I was like, yeah, man. So to be clear, I didn't get to play it, but he gave me like a very, very, very detailed walkthrough of the game and showed me a ton of different, pretty much like every aspect of the game. He pretty much showed me.
Awesome.
As far as what's built so far.
Well, that's cool. That's cool. Yeah. So I guess the first question is, what is the game?
The game is essentially very, very, very Wing Commander inspired. But it has like a open universe, that is actually roamable, kind of like God, what was the name of that game? Came out.
Okay.
Shooty
Shoots. Okay. Roamable Galaxy. This could be a lot of things, Justin.
I hate it. It's a space sim. Screw it. It's a space sim that's heavily inspired by Wing Commander. We'll just go with that. I know what the game is. I can never think of it because like it's two very basic words that can never put together.
Are you thinking of Star Citizen?
No.
Okay, cool. I just want to make sure.
Never think of it about Star Citizen because the game's never going to come out.
It's not real. It doesn't exist. Anyways,
it's not real.
So but it's you wander around. Okay, cool. You
wander around. Keep going.
You roam the galaxy.
Yeah, now to be clear, like you do roam the galaxy, you're always in your ship when you're traveling around, but when you get to like a space station, and this is where like the Wing Commander S kicks in, like you see like the overall like, hey, this is the place you go, got solicit. It's like a shot of it with you standing there, and then when you pick it, when you talk to somebody, it's like a kind of a first person view.
Okay, I get it. I feel it.
Yeah, and now this is a prequel to just Rebel Galaxy, which was a completely kind of different game. The first Rebel Galaxy was like I don't even know what to call it. That was kind of from Romance as well, but it was like not quite third person because you could spin the camera all around. Well, I guess it was third person. It was like a third person kind of ship combat game. Kind of felt kind of like very impersonal though, but this one like you really are feeling like you are this captain, where the other one you feel like you're kind of this ship.
Yeah, I remember not being super interested. Like, I remember thinking Rebel Galaxy looked interesting, but not really feeling it. But then I remember, but then I got the press release for Outlaw, and I was like, for this prequel thing, and I really was just like, wow, this sounds really fucking awesome. Like, just something about this sounded really appealing. And I know that our buddy Pirate King, like, this was one of his biggest games of the event, one of his favorite games of the event. He didn't shut up talking about it.
He did not. He's like super into this. And by the way, I was thinking about Elite Dangerous.
Elite Dangerous. Gotcha.
I can never think about that game when I'm trying to. But like, so yeah, that's the idea of it. Like, there is a story. You do play this role as this captain. Okay. It's when you're in the ship, it's first person. You can play in a third person if you want to see the ship. And a lot of inspiration when I'm asking about that was just say Firefly was thrown around a lot, and so was Cowboy Bebop.
So space cowboys,
space opera kind of
space opera cowboys,
space opera western,
space opera western. Okay, I dig it. I'm in. So then what is let's see, how do I word this? What are you going to be doing in space? What are the activities and gameplay open to you as this captain?
You can do stuff from like tracking down doing bounties, hauling cargo, pretty much like all the space stuff you can think about.
Okay. So I
Yeah.
I remember in Freelancer that I would get bored really regularly, and I would just start firing on my on good ships, and I'd become an asshole. Is this a game that you could be an asshole in?
You can like flip people off while you're flying around, like they can see it, kind of like the Batman thumbs up in Batman Forever. Uh, but
Okay.
yeah, actually, yeah, you could be the asshole. You could be the one that's trying to just be good. You could be the one attacking freighters, and trying to take their cargo. I think I wrote more notes down here. So much stuff coming on. I really wasn't prepared for this, but I have a whole lot of notes. But yeah,
So yeah,
that's the thing. Like, I'm trying to think of other ways to explain it, but like, if you played a space sim before, anything like, I imagine how Star Citizen could be, how Elite Dangerous is, how literally how No Man's Sky is as far as like picking up the mission stuff like that. That is kind of like the mission structure you get. But like as mentioned, the Wing Commander thing, you go into the base to go pick those up. Also, cool another thing about the bases too, like there's even some things you wouldn't expect there. Like they have fully simulated 8-ball. Why not?
sure, why not?
So,
Excuse me. No, it's late, man. I just a yawn escaped suddenly.
yeah, what happened?
That is what happened.
So yeah, you can play pool there, and like again, fully simulate, fully physics. Some really cool things about this game, though, which you haven't asked yet, because you're not probably going to ask this because you're not going to think about asking this, is the ship customization.
I literally was about to get to like ship customization, character customization kind of stuff. That was going to actually give me my next direction we were going to go.
As far as I know, character customization, you are this character through the whole thing. I don't think you really get to pick too much as far as what the character looks like.
Okay.
Like, this is a character in this thing. Like, this character actually shows up in the next Rebel Galaxy.
Okay.
Well, I say the next Rebel Galaxy. The Rebel Galaxy that's already out.
You show up. You show up in the original game. This is the prequel too.
Yeah, pretty much. But ship customization is like you do get to pick ships, you get to pick your weapons, you get to pick your armor, all that stuff. You get to put what you want to put in your cockpit too, like little bobbleheads. This part's bad because this won't be in the game. They already said they're going to change it before this happened. But they actually had the Smoking and Bandit Burt Reynolds. And, we get back 2 days later, and then Burt Reynolds died. Timing. They said it was going to be changed anyway, so they're just putting that in there for fun. But they're like, hey, yeah, Smokey's riding around with you. Here's a picture of him. You can pull cool stuff like that in there. Now, as far as let's say you want to kind of get like a little more detailed with like your paint jobs and stuff, this is the crazy part about this game. They pretty much made a fully functional Photoshop within the game to customize your decals and everything.
That is absurd. That is too much power.
It is way too much power. Like, it even works with pen and tablets.
You were
you
were explaining that to me after you had your appointment. You were explaining that to me like the day of, and I'm like, but
it's that way.
But why? I mean, I love it, but that's why.
I think I asked him. It's like, oh, because we can.
I mean, fair enough. I dig it.
So, like, if you want to get fully in there, like, draw it in, do shaders, stuff like that, you can. If you want to just, like, put some cool decals, they actually call it something called stencil mode.
Okay.
Where you, like, you get it, you line it up, and you actually kind of, like, write over it, and then, like, it'll go ahead and put it on the ship. You just rip it back.
So you're saying I could have the constant calibrating ship in the game if I took the time to do it, or had Studio Fortis do it for me?
Absolutely cool. You could. Not only that, they are partnering with the company, which sadly I did not get the company's name. I do need to check on that.
Okay.
But they are going to allow you to make real models of your ship with the paint job you design, and they can ship that to you if you choose to.
Shit.
Yeah.
That's my response to that shit. Because I'm going to make a custom Concal ship and then pay money to have that ship sit somewhere behind me on stream.
Yeah. So a full real model of your ship. And I forgot to mention, like, we talked about combats and stuff like that too. With the situation you're getting into, like, it is actually, it's not like, oh, I'm going to go fight when I run into a pirate or something like that, or when these guys attack me.
Mm-hmm.
Because, like, there are people like pirates that will attack you, try to take your cargo. And that's the main thing, protect your cargo. You can actually talk your way out any situation.
Okay.
If you can talk your way out any situation, or you can get into just a good old dogfight too. So, like, it's not like just cut and dry. This is just what happens when you do this. Like, there are, God, I'm trying to think of the word. But your missions can change depending on how you act throughout the game.
Okay.
Um.
So there's it's like a quasi alignment in the game then.
Yeah, I'm trying to read one of my notes. Big ships, engines, fuck with you. Oh, that. Okay, so if like you're flying behind, like there's physics with all the engines too, and it's like say you're fighting a capital ship or something like that,
okay,
or a big freighter. If you get behind like their thrusters will like push you away and blow the crap out of you, pretty much.
Okay, so
like there are physics with that as well, which is a really cool thing.
I love stuff like that. I love that.
Yeah, like I'm looking through this because I'm trying to see if I missed anything.
Yeah.
So Photoshop the full ship customization did that. I got that like Wing Commander.
So let's get this question that's popping in my head. Where's it at like development wise, release wise?
They're thinking Q1 19 is roughly what they got. Oh yeah, did I forget to mention this is going to be on the Switch too?
Yeah. God, what's the frame rate going to be on that? I'm wondering.
I am wondering too, but if they can make space sim on your Switch,
they can make a flight sim space sim then on the Switch. Then what else do you? No, that would be the system I'm going to play the game on. I mean,
that is the system I'm going to get. I mean, I'm going to have it on PC too. Which, by the way, they did say PC, PS4. They didn't mention Xbox yet. Okay. But PC, PS4 is going to hit first, and then eventually Switch. Again, I don't know what's happening with the Xbox side of that too. So, yeah, this is a game I imagine I do want on my PC, and I'm definitely going to own it on my Switch.
Sounds about right. Exciting.
Yeah, sorry. This is a big ramble of a mess in a jam. It's almost like we have a show like that.
I mean, no, that's the Concal formula for a lot of these things. I mean, particularly if you put Justin and I when we're sleep deprived on any kind of show. But
yeah, this is what happens when you try to do PAX coverage like 20 days after, and then you're like, "Hey, Justin, you want to record something?" When it's like 11 p.m. my time.
Hey! I my suggestion for recording time was like 9:45 your time. You just happened to be streaming and forgot. Anyways, let's move on.
I forgot you could save on the game I was playing at any time, but that doesn't matter.
That has nothing to do with this video. We are off. We are off the races, off on a tangent.
We are talking about Rebel Galaxy Outlaw, which looks like an amazing game. It's like the space sim I always wanted. It just never have came out yet because we keep getting promises of this type of space sim that never actually come out.
I remember something I think from the press release, and maybe I'm thinking about a different. I think this is the right game. There's like something with radio stations in this game too. Do you remember having?
Yes, there are radio stations, and actually, if I remember right, I think there's actually going to be like DJs you can hire for the radio stations. I might be.
I vaguely remember that as well. So that was one thing that's also really interesting. Is there's like I don't remember like 10 to 15 radio stations.
And mentioning that too, of course, there are custom tracks. You want to do that too.
Sure.
So like it's radio stations, like a la Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah, which works. Yeah, for people being like with the video being like, wow, you guys should have done research before this. I can't pull up my email right now to see the press release. Yeah, so we're going based on
my
Justin's notes and
I'm sorry,
Justin's got notes. So yeah, any final thoughts? I'm too close to my mic. Any final thoughts you want to do there, Justin?
I can't wait for it. I want this game coming out. I want to know more about it. More probably has come out about it. Actually, I don't think more has come out about it in the past 20 days. Because I think if I remember right, they're actually kind of going dark after this, and they're going to research. It wasn't Gamescom, I forget, but they're going to come back a little bit later.
Yeah, every game we're doing here, I made sure to look into and make sure that there was no other information. So before we started up, just to make sure we had all the pertinent info.
Actually, I think you said they're going dark till next PAX. I might be wrong about that one.
Yeah, okay. That works.
But either way, like, look in this game, Rebel Galaxy Outlaw. It's like, if you love space sims, if you are definitely an old Wing Commander fan, grab it. It looks good. It looks good. I say grab it. I mean, we can't grab it yet. It's not out yet, but you know what I mean.
Grab onto it and hold. Anyways.
Catch it.
Catch it. There you go. Oh, well, thank you all for joining us for this coverage for Rebel Galaxy Outlaw and our continuing PAX West coverage that eventually will come to an end, probably somewhere around next PAX West, at the rate we're going. Now, but we should only have a couple more weeks of coverage.
I plan to give previews after the games are released.
Yeah, no, there's that as well. So thank you for joining us for that, which essentially is this episode of The Catch-All. You can find our content at youtube.com/concalpod. You can find our whole team on Mixer, mixer.com/team/concalbp. All these games will get streamed pretty much eventually on one of these channels once they're released, and reviews and whatnot, calibrating.com. With that, we bid you good whatever the side-off for the show is eventually that Justin and I are going to come up with. Something involved catching.
You got it! No, that's not going to be it.
Yeah, that's not it.